I owe everything to George Bailey.
He never thinks about himself. That's why he's in trouble.
Help my son George tonight.
Someone please find my friend Mr. Bailey.
George is a good guy. Give him a break, please.
He's the love of my life. Please help him come home safe.
Something's the matter with Dad. I hope he's okay.
Please bring my daddy back.
That's a lot of people worrying, Joseph.
You're right. Looks like we'll have to send someone down.
For, George Bailey?
Why, yes, George Bailey. Tonight's his crucial night. Someone should go immediately. Whose turn is it?
It's that clockmaker's again.
Oh, yes, Clarence. He hasn't got his wings yet, has he? Even after all this time.
Well, you know, sir, he's got the IQ of a rabbit.
And an unshakable faith in his previously fellow men. Let's bring him in.
You sent for me, sirs?
Clarence, a man down on Earth needs our help.
Excellent. Is he sick?
Worse, he's discouraged. At exactly 10:45 p.m. tonight, that man will be thinking seriously of throwing away his most prized possession, his life.
Oh, dear. Oh, no. That means I've only got an hour to dress. What are they wearing on Earth these days?
You will spend that hour getting to know George Bailey and his life.
Sirs, if I were to succeed at this mission, do you think... Would this mean that I might win my wings? I've been waiting over 200 years now. People are beginning to talk.
What's that book you have there?
The Adventures of Tom Sawyer.
Clarence, you do a good job with George Bailey, and you'll get your wings.
Oh, why, thank you, sir, thank you.
Oh, poor George. Sit down here.
Sit down? Why?
If you're going to help a man, you ought to know a thing or two about him, don't you think?
Well, naturally. Of course.
Well, keep your eyes open. Can you see the town?
What? I can't see anything.
He hasn't got his wings yet. Look, I'll help you out. Concentrate. Feel the snow falling into your hair, onto your lashes, the icy lake reflecting the sun.
Wait, I think I'm starting to see something. Why, yes, I'm definitely starting to see something. The lake and the snow, and a bunch of children sledding on their shovels.
All right, here I go.
And that one right there is your problem. George Bailey.
The boy?
That's him when he was 12, back in 1919. Listen closely now, you'll want to remember this for later.
And here comes the scaredy cat, my kid brother, Harry Bailey.
I'm not scared.
Come on then, Harry, go for it.
Woo!
Wow, look at him go. They go so fast now I wouldn't. Oh dear, he's fallen through the ice. Do we help him?
This has already happened, Clarence. Just watch.
I'm coming, Harry. Make a chain, everyone, a chain.
George saved his brother's life that day, but he caught a bad cold which infected his left ear, cost him his hearing in that ear, and it was weeks before he could go back to his after-school job at Old Man Gower's drugstore.
Oh, hello, Violet, Mary.
Hello, George. Hi, Georgie.
What'll it be today, licorice laces?
You always know, Georgie. I like him. You like every boy. What's wrong with that?
And how about you, Mary? Made up your mind yet?
Chocolate ice cream.
With coconuts?
I don't like coconuts.
You don't like coconuts? What are you, brainless? Coconuts from Tahiti, the Fiji Islands, the Coral Sea.
I never wanted to go to the Coral Sea.
Of course you never. You're not an explorer. Look, I've been nominated for membership in the National Geographic Society. They only take real explorers. I'll get your ice cream. You only don't have chocolate ice cream in Fiji.
Why is she leaning over the counter like that?
Is this the ear you can't hear on? George Bailey, I'll love you till the day I die.
George! Get back here!
Yes, sir?
You see that telegram he's got there? Gower got it just this morning. I'll read it for you. We regret to inform you that your son died very suddenly this morning of influenza. Stop. Everything possible was done for his comfort. Stop. We wait instructions from you. Stop. from Haverton College.
Mr. Gower, do you want something? Anything?
Yes, I want you to take these capsules over to the Blaines.
Oh, these capsules here, sir?
I told you go!
Yes, sir, of course, sir. Mr. Gower?
What? Why did you go? Don't you know that boy is very sick?
Mr. Gower, you put something in the capsules, sir. It's, well, it's poison. I know you're upset and you got that telegram about your son dying, and, well, it's not your fault, Mr. Gower, but the capsules are wrong, sir. The bottle, it's poison, sir. Please don't yell at me again.
No. Oh, George.
Mr. Gower, I won't tell anyone. I know what you're feeling. I won't ever tell a soul. Hope to die I won't.
And he never did?
Not a soul.
But did he go exploring? Did she ever tell him she loved him?
Patience, Clarence. George is still just a young man.
A young man who wanted to go to college, but there just wasn't the money. So he worked for the Building and Loan Association for 4 years.
Building and loan?
Yes, building houses and giving loans to the people of Bedford Falls. George's father ran the business along with George's Uncle Billy.
Oh, George, do you remember the combination for the safe?
Oh, well, you wrote it down in your wallet, Uncle Billy.
Oh, that's right. And where is that?
He needs more finger strings.
Indeed.
An overnight bag. Genuine English cowhide, combination lock, fitted up with brushes, combs.
No. Now look, Joe. I want a big one. No, big. See, I don't want one for one night. I want something for 1,001 nights, with plenty of room for labels from Italy and Baghdad and Samarkand. You know, a great big one.
I see. A flying carpet, huh? I don't suppose you'd like this old second-hand job, would ya?
Oh, now you're talking. Oh, gee whiz. You know, I could use this as a raft in case the boat sunk. How much for it?
No charge.
Oh, that's my trick ear, Joe. Sound as if you said no charge?
That's right.
Oh, well, hold on. My name's on there. What's my name doing on it?
A little present from old man Gower. Came down and picked it out himself.
Oh, well, how about that? My old boss.
What boat you sailing out on?
Oh, well, I'm working on a cattle boat.
A cattle boat?
Well, I like cows.
I like cows too.
George, Harry, are you ever coming to dinner? Oh, Peter, get off the phone with Potter and tell your sons to come eat.
All I'm asking is 30 days more. Just 30 short days. I'll dig up that 5,000 somehow.
Who's that? A king?
That's Henry F. Potter, the richest and meanest man in the county.
You pretty real pressure on those people of yours to pay their mortgages.
Times are bad, Mr. Potter. A lot of these people are out of work.
Then foreclose.
George, Harry, I can't very well eat by myself.
Okay, Mom.
I've eaten.
Harry wouldn't know how to tie his own tie if you showed him 100 times.
I can't do that. These families have children.
They're not my children.
Is he talking to Mr. Potter?
Yes, again. Hurry up and eat.
Yes, but they're somebody's children. Every man is.
Are you running a business or a charity ward? Not with my money.
Mr. Potter, what makes you such a hard-skulled character? You have no family, no children. You can't begin to spend the money you've got.
I suppose I should give it to you and that idiot brother of yours to send for me instead.
Wait, now you listen here, Mr. Potter. My father's not a failure.
George.
He's the biggest man in town, bigger than you or anybody else. And you can take that to the bank.
George.
Don't let him say that about you, Pop.
All right, son. Thanks.
Oh, Harry, aren't you going to finish dressing for your graduation party? Look at you.
I don't care. It's George's tux.
You ought to take better care of your brother.
Oh, hey now, don't go counting me out yet. This is my last meal at the old Bailey boarding house.
Oh, don't remind me.
Pop, can I have the car? I'm going to take over a lot of plates and things.
What plates?
Oh, Mom, I'm chairman of the Eats Committee, and we only need a couple of dozen.
Oh, no, you don't, Harry. No, not my best china.
I hope you have a good trip, George. Uncle Billy and I are going to miss you.
Oh, well, I'm gonna miss you too, Pop. You look tired.
It's just Potter.
Oh, yeah.
I thought when we put him on the board of directors, he'd ease up on us a little bit.
I wonder what's eating that old money-grubbing buzzard anyway.
Oh, he's a sick man. Frustrated and sick. Sick in his mind, sick in his soul if he has one. He hates everybody that has anything that he can't have. Hates us mostly, I guess.
Gangway! Gangway! So long, Pop.
So long, son.
You coming later, George?
What do you mean, and be bored to death?
Oh, couldn't want a better dash. Lots of pretty girls, and we're going to use that new floor of yours tonight, too.
Oh, well, I hope it works.
No gin tonight, son.
Oh, Pop, just a little.
No, son, not one drop.
Boys and girls and music. Why do they need gin?
Father, did I act like that when I graduated from high school?
Pretty much. You know, George, I wish we could send Harry to college with you. Your mother and I talked it over half the night.
Oh, we have that all figured out. You'll see. Harry will take my job at the building and loan, work there for 4 years, and then he'll go.
He's pretty young for that job.
Oh, well, no younger than I was.
Maybe you were born older, George.
How's that?
I say maybe you were born older. I suppose you've already decided what you're going to do when you get out of college.
Oh, well, you know what I've always talked about. Build things. Design new buildings, plan modern cities, all that stuff I was talking about.
Still after that first $1 million before you're 30.
Oh, well, no, I'd settle for half that in cash.
Of course. It's just a hope, but you wouldn't consider coming back to the building alone, would you?
Well,
I know it's soon to talk about it.
No, Pop, I couldn't face being cooped up for the rest of my life in some shabby little office. I'm sorry, Pop. I didn't mean that remark, but this business of nickels and dimes and spending all your life trying to figure out how to save 3 cents on a length of pipe, I'd go crazy. I want to do something big and something important.
You know, George, I feel that in a way we are doing something important. Satisfying a fundamental urge. It's ingrained in a man to want his own roof and walls and fireplace, and we're helping him get those things in our shabby little office.
I know, Dad. I wish I felt... Oh, I've been hoarding pennies like a miser just in order to... Well, most of my friends have already finished college. I feel like if I don't get away, I'd bust.
Yes, you're right, George.
You see what I mean, don't you, Pop?
This town is no place for any man unless he's willing to crawl to Potter. You've got talent, son. You get yourself an education, then get out of here.
Pop, do you want a shock? I think you're a great guy.
It's about time one of you boys said it.
You know what, Pop? I think I'll get dressed and go over to Harry's party.
Have a good time, George.
Oh, this looks like fun.
George! You made it to my graduation after all.
Here comes George. Hello, hee-haw.
Oh, Sam Wainwright, I haven't seen you since, well, since we graduated high school.
Oh, I thought I'd give the kids a treat from an old collegiate. And looks like you're gonna make it after all, freshman.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they finally finished installing that pool under the floor here, right before we all leave.
They were promising that when Sam and I went here. You're lucky you even got a chance to use it.
That's a smart investment. Save them an extra building. Oh, say, George, you remember Mary? Marty's
Mary
kid.
Hatch is here?
Yeah, sure she is. You remember her, right, George? Mama wants you, Marty. Are you going to see George, Marty?
Oh, I ought to stroll on over there and give her a visit from old college graduate. What do you think, George?
Yeah.
George, you should be the one going to dance with her.
Oh, what, me? Oh, well, I feel silly enough already with all you kids. Sam's entertaining enough.
Aw, come on. If she knew you were an option, she'd drop him in a heartbeat. You'll give her the thrill of her life. Hey, Mary!
Oh, not for long, Harry. I don't want to be anyone's babysitter for the night.
And the next thing I know, some guy came up and tripped me. That's the reason I came in fourth. If it hadn't been for that...
Hey, you remember my brother, George Bailey?
Well, the race would have been a cinch. I tried to find out who it was later.
I remember, yes.
But I couldn't find out. Nobody'd ever tell you, whoever it was, because they were scared.
Well,
they know.
Well, I'll be seeing you.
Bye, Harry. Now, to get back to my story.
Sam, take my punch.
What about our dance?
Oh, well, why don't you have the next one?
Oh, hee-haw to me, I guess.
Oh, well, hello.
Hello. You look at me as if you didn't know me.
Oh, well, I don't.
You've passed me on the street almost every day.
Oh, me?
Uh-huh.
That was a little girl named Mary Hatch. That wasn't you.
Hear ye, hear ye! The big Charleston contest. The prize? A genuine plastic cup. Those not tapped by the judges will remain on the floor. Let's go!
Oh, well, I'm not very good at this.
Neither am I.
Okay, well,
wonderful.
What can we lose?
What fun! Oh, they do get married, right? They must. They dance wonderfully together. What's that boy Sam doing with that key?
He's opening the pool under the floor.
And George Bailey is...
Dancing right over the crack, yes.
Buffalo gals, can't you come out tonight? Can't you come out tonight? Can't you come out tonight? Buffalo gals, can't you come out tonight and dance by the light of the moon?
When I told Harry I thought I'd be bored to death. You should have seen the commotion in the locker room. I had to knock down 3 people to get these towels.
Do I look funny, all wet like this?
Oh, well, we'll both be lucky we don't catch a chill. You look wonderful. You know, if it wasn't me talking, I'd say you were the prettiest girl in town.
Well, why don't you say it?
I don't know. Maybe I will say it. Maybe I'll throw a rock at the old Granville house. If I make it, I'll say it.
Oh, no, don't. I love that old house.
Oh, well, no, you see, you make a wish and then you try and break some glass. You got to be a pretty good shot nowadays.
Oh, but that old house is full of romance. I'd like to live in it.
Oh, I wouldn't live in it as a ghost. Now watch. We're on the 2nd floor there.
What'd you wish for, George?
Oh, well, not just one wish, a whole hatful. Mary, I know what I'm going to do tomorrow and the next day and the next year and the year after that. I'm shaking the dust of this crummy little town off my feet and I'm going to go see the world. Italy, Greece, the Parthenon, the Colosseum. Then I'm going to come back here and go to college and we'll see what they know. And then I'm going to build things. I'm going to build airfields. I'm going to build skyscrapers 100 stories high. I'm going to build bridges a mile long. Oh, are you going to throw a rock? Oh, say, that's pretty good. What did you wish, Mary?
Buffalo gals, can't you come out tonight? Can't you come out tonight?
What did you wish for when you threw that rock?
If I told you, it might not come true.
Oh, come on. Tell me. What is it you want, Mary? What do you want? Do you want the moon? Just say the word and I'll throw a lasso around it and pull it down. Hey, That's a pretty good idea. I'll give you the moon, Mary.
And I'll take it. Then what?
Well, then you could swallow it and it'll all dissolve, see? And the moonbeams will shoot out of your fingers and toes and the ends of your hair. Am I talking too much?
Yes, you are! Kiss her!
Now Clarence.
George, come on home quick. Your father's had a stroke.
Oh, Mary, I'm sorry. I've got to go.
Go, George.
Did you get the doctor?
Yes, Campbell's there now with Harry.
George Bailey's father died that night, and he gave up his summer trip to Europe to sort things out for the old building and loan over the next few months.
I think that's all we'll need you for, George. I know you're anxious to make a train.
I've got a taxi waiting downstairs, but...
Good luck to you with school, George. From all of us on the board. Now we come to the real purpose of this meeting. Appoint a successor to our dear friend, Peter Bailey.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to get to my real purpose.
Wait just a minute now.
Wait for what? I claim this institution is not necessary to this town. Therefore, Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to dissolve this institution and turn its assets and liabilities over to the receiver.
George, you hear what that buzzard is spouting? It's too soon after his death to discuss chloroforming the building and loan.
Peter Bailey died 3 months ago. I second Mr. Potter's motion.
Very well. In that case, I'll ask the 2 executive officers to withdraw. I'm sure the whole board wishes to express its deep sorrow at the passing of Peter Bailey.
Thank you very much.
It was his faith and devotion that are responsible for this organization.
I'll go further than that. I'll say that to the public, Peter Bailey was the building and loan.
Well, that's fine, Potter, coming from you, considering that you probably drove him to his grave.
Peter Bailey was not a businessman. That's what killed him. Oh, I don't mean any disrespect, Wyatt. He was a man of high ideals, so-called. But without high ideals without common sense can ruin this town. Now, you take this loan here to Ernie Bishop. You know, the fellow that sits around all day on his brains in his taxi. You know, I happen to know that the bank turned down this loan, but he comes here and we're building him a house worth $5,000. Why?
Oh, well, I handled that, Mr. Potter. You have all of his papers there, his salaries, insurance. I can personally vouch for his character.
A friend of yours.
Oh, well, yes, sir.
You see, if you come shoot pool with some employee here, you can come and borrow money. What does that get us? A discontented, lazy rabble instead of a thrifting working class. And all because a few starry-eyed dreamers like Peter Bailey stir them up and fill their heads with a lot of impossible ideas.
Just a minute. Now, hold on, Mr. Potter. You're right when you're saying my father was no businessman. I know that. Well, why he ever started this cheap penny ante building alone, I'll never know. But neither you nor anybody else can say anything against his character. Well, because his whole life was... Why, in the 25 years since he and Uncle Billy started this thing, he never once thought of himself. Isn't that right, Uncle Billy? He didn't save enough money to send Harry to school, let alone me. But he did help a few people get out of your slums, Mr. Potter, and what's wrong with that? Why... Well, here, you're all businessmen here. Doesn't it make them better citizens? Doesn't it make them better customers? What was it you said a minute ago? That they had to wait and save their money before they ever ought to think of a decent home? Wait for what? Until their children grow up and leave them? Till they're so old and broken down that they... Do you know how long it takes a working man to save $5,000? Just remember this, Mr. Potter, that this rabble you're talking about, they do most of the working and paying and living and dying in this community. Well, is it too much to have them work and pay and live and die in a couple decent rooms and a bath? Well, anyway, my father didn't think so. People were human beings to him. But to you, a warped, frustrated old man, they're just cattle. Just human capital. Well, in my book, he died a much richer man than you'll ever be.
I'm not interested in your book. I'm talking about the building and loan.
I know very well what you're talking about. You're talking about something you can't get your fingers on it. It's galling you. That's what you're talking about. I know. Well, I've said too much. Well, you're the board here. You can do what you want with this thing. Just one thing more, though. This town needs this measly one-horse institution. Willing to have someplace to go, someplace where people can come without crawling to Potter. Come on, Uncle Billy.
Oh boy, that was telling him, George, oh boy. You shut his big mouth.
Even though you're being voted out of business after 25 years.
Easy come, easy go. Hey, you'll miss your train. You're a week late for school already. Go on.
I wonder what they're saying in there.
Oh, never mind. Don't worry about that. They're putting us out of business. So what? I can get another job. I'm only 55.
56.
Oh, go on. Hey, look, you gave up your boat trip. Now, you don't want to miss college too, do you?
George! They voted Potter down. They want to keep it going.
Whoopee!
They've got one condition, only one condition.
Oh, well, what's that?
That's the best part of it. They've appointed George here as executive secretary to take his father's place.
Oh no, but Uncle Billy.
You can keep him on. As secretary, you can hire anyone you like.
Mr. Chairman, now let's get this thing straight. I'm leaving. I'm leaving right now. I'm going to school. This is my last chance. Uncle Billy here. He's your man.
But George, they'll vote with Potter otherwise.
I know. He didn't go.
That's right. Not only that, but he gave his school money to his brother Harry and sent him to college. Harry became a football star, made second team All-American.
Yes, but what happened to George?
George got 4 years older, waiting for Harry to come back and take over the building and loan.
Oh, well, there's plenty of jobs around here for somebody that likes to travel, Uncle Billy. Look at this. There. Venezuela oil fields. Wanted. Man with engineering experience. Oh, there she blows. You know what the 3 most exciting sounds in the world are?
Uh-huh. Breakfast is served, lunch is served, dinner.
No. Anchor chains, plane motors, and train whistles.
George! Uncle Billy!
Oh, there's the professor now. Old Professor Phi Beta Kappa Bailey, All-American.
Well, if it isn't old George Geographic Explorer Bailey. What, no husky dogs? No sled?
Oh, nobody ever changes around here. You know that.
Oh, I am glad to see you.
Say, where's Mother?
Oh, well, she's home cooking the fatted calf. Come on, let's go.
Oh, wait a minute now. Now I wired you I had a surprise. Here she is. Meet the wife.
Oh, well, how do you do? Congratulations.
Well, what do you know? Wife.
Ruth Dakin.
Ruth Dakin-Bailey, if you don't mind.
Oh, Harry, why didn't you tell somebody? What's a pretty girl like you doing marrying this two-headed brother of mine?
Well, I'll tell ya. It's purely mercenary. My father offered him a job.
Oh, he gets you and a job. Well, Harry's cup runneth over.
George, about that job. Ruth spoke out of turn. I never said I'd take it. You've been holding the bag here for 4 years and... Well, I won't let you down, George. I would like to... Oh, wait a minute. I forgot the bags. I'll be right back.
Oh, I'll help you carry. No sense making our new Mrs. Bailey carry her own bags.
George. That's all Harry ever talks about.
Ruth, what about this job?
Oh, well, my father owns a glass factory in Buffalo. He wants to get Harry started in the research business.
Oh, well, is it a good job?
Oh, yes, very. Not much money, but a good future, you know? Harry's a genius at research. My father fell in love with him.
And you did too, I guess.
Why, yes, I suppose I did.
Making eyes at Ruthie, George?
Oh, I wouldn't dream of it.
Good, because Mary Hatch is back from school.
Oh.
She came back 3 days ago, Uncle Billy says.
Mm-hmm.
Mary's a nice girl.
Mm-hmm.
Kind that'll help you find the answers, George.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, stop that grunting. Give me one good reason why you shouldn't call on Mary.
Sure, Sam Wainwright, he's crazy about Mary.
Well, she's not crazy about him.
Oh, how do you know? Did she discuss it with you?
I've got eyes, haven't I? She lights up like a firefly when you're around, George. And besides, Sam Wainwright's away in New York. And you're here, in Bedford Falls.
Oh, and all's fair in love and war?
I don't know about war.
Well, still an hour or so before your party. Think I'll go out and find a girl and do a little passionate necking.
Oh, George!
Now, if you'll point me in the right direction of this direction.
See you later, George.
And this. Oh, this is the part where he gets the girl.
Clarence.
Sorry, sir.
Hello, Georgie Porgy.
Oh, hello, Vine.
What gives?
Nothing.
Where you going?
Oh, I'll probably end up down at the library.
Georgie, don't you ever get tired of just reading about things?
Yeah. Say, what are you doing tonight?
Not a thing.
Oh, well, are you game, Vine? Let's make a night of it.
Oh, I'd love it, Georgie. What'll we do?
Oh, well, let's go out in the fields and take our shoes off and walk through the grass.
What?
And then we can go up to the falls. It's beautiful up there in the moonlight, and there's a green pool up there, and we can swim in it. And then we can climb Mount Bedford and smell the pines and watch the sunrise against the peaks, and we'll stay up there the whole night, and everybody will be talking, and there'll be a terrific scandal. And...
George, have you gone crazy? Walking the grass in my bare feet? Why, it's 10 miles up to Mount Bedford. You think just because you're...
Is there a problem here, miss?
This guy bothering you?
Oh, just forget about the whole thing.
Attaboy, George.
What are you doing? Picketing?
Oh. Hello, Mary. I just happened to be passing by.
Yeah, so I noticed. Have you made up your mind about coming in?
Oh, I just came by for a walk. I'm not gonna...
So you did.
Well, I'll come in for a minute. I didn't come here. I was just passing by, but... Oh, I thought you'd go back to New York like Sam and Ingle and the rest of them.
Oh, I worked there for a couple of vacations, but I don't know. I guess I was homesick.
But you're homesick for Bedford Falls?
Yes, and my family, and... oh, everything. Would you like something to drink?
Oh, no, that's all right. I didn't mean to come here. I just can't understand it, though.
Would you rather leave?
No, I don't want to be rude.
Well, then at least stop pacing.
Oh, well. I see it smells like pine needles in here.
Thank you.
Oh, what's that?
It was nice about your brother Harry and Ruth, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, that's all right.
Don't you like her?
Oh, well, of course I like her. She's a peach.
Oh, it's just marriage in general you're not enthusiastic about, huh?
Oh, no, marriage is all right for Harry and Marty and Sam and you.
Mary, who's down there with you?
It's George Bailey, Mother.
George Bailey? What's he want?
I don't know. What do you want?
Oh, me? Not a thing. I'm just taking a break from my walk.
He's making violent love to me, Mother.
Well, you tell him to go right back home, and don't you leave with him. Sam Wainwright promised to call you from New York tonight.
Your mother needed... I didn't come here to
What did you
to-
come for?
Oh, well, I don't know why I came here. I can't say.
Well, if you can't say, then why don't you go home?
Mary, the telephone. It's Sam.
Hello, Sam. How are you?
Great. Gee, it's good to hear your voice again.
Oh, well, that's awfully sweet of you, Sam. There's an old friend of yours here, George Bailey.
Old Mossback George?
Yes, old Mossback George.
We'll put him on.
He doesn't want to speak to George.
He does so. He asked for him.
Hello, Sam.
Well, George Baileyowski. Hey, a fine pal you are. What are you trying to do? Steal my gal?
I don't. Nobody said it. Look. Here's Mary.
No, wait a minute. I want to talk to both of you. Tell Mary to get on the extension.
Mother's on the extension.
Here, Sam, we're both here.
We're listening, Sam.
George, you remember that night in Martini's bar when you were telling me that you read someplace about making plastics out of soybeans?
Yeah, soybeans, yeah.
Well, Dad snapped up the idea. He's going to build a factory outside Rochester. How do you like that?
Rochester? Why Rochester?
Why not? Can you think of a better place?
Oh, well, why not right here? You remember that old tool and machinery plant? You tell your father you can get that for a song and all the labor he wants too. Half the town was thrown out when they closed down.
Well, that's so. Well, I'll tell him. That sounds great. Oh, baby, I knew you'd come through. This is going to be the chance of a lifetime for us. You hear me? Mary, tell him that he has given us the chance of a lifetime.
He says it's the chance of a lifetime.
Oh, God, I don't want any chance of a lifetime. I don't want any factories or plastics, and I didn't want to get married to anyone. You understand that, Mary? I want to do what I want to do, and well, you're.
You said you didn't.
What?
You said you didn't want to get married.
I didn't.
So what's changed?
You. I talked for so long about Lasso and the Moon, and well, I caught you instead. I see you, and well, you're shining, Mary, brighter than any star.
George. Oh, taxi!
So, where's the honeymoon?
Oh, hey, look, somebody's driving this cab.
This champagne is from Bert and me. He said to float away to Happy Land on the bubbles.
Oh, look at this.
Good old Bert.
Oh, and take a look at this. Here's the kitty, Ernie. Here, come on, count it, Mary.
Oh, I feel like a bootlegger's wife.
A whole week in New York, a whole week in Bermuda, the highest hotels, the oldest champagne, the richest caviar, the hottest music, and the prettiest wife.
That does it. Then what?
Well, then what, honey?
After that, who cares?
Oh, that's my wife.
Don't look now, but there's something funny going on over there at the bank, George. I've never really seen one, but that's got all the earmarks of a run.
George, let's not stop. Let's go.
Just a minute, dear. They're headed to the building alone?
Please, let's not stop, George.
I'll be just a minute, Mary. Oh, well, what's this, Uncle Billy? A holiday? Open the doors. Oh, that's right. Come on in, everybody. Now, look, why don't you all just sit down and make yourselves at home, okay? Why didn't you call me?
They said you left. The bank called our loan, George. About an hour ago. I had to hand over all our cash.
All of it?
Every cent of it, and it was still less than we owe.
Oh, holy mackerel.
I got scared, George, and closed the doors.
This whole town's gone crazy. Hello?
George, it's Potter. There's a rumor around town that you've closed your doors. Is it true, George? George, are you in any trouble? Do you need police?
Police? What for?
Well, mobs can get pretty ugly sometimes, you know. George, I'm going all out to help in this crisis. I've just guaranteed the bank sufficient funds to meet their needs. They'll close down for a week and then reopen.
He just took over the bank.
Now, I may lose a fortune, but I'm willing to guarantee your people too. Just tell them to come to me and I'll take their shares 50 cents on the dollar.
Oh, well, you never miss a trick, do you, Potter? Well, you're gonna miss this one.
If you close your doors before 6 o'clock, you will never reopen.
Now, just remember that this thing isn't as black as it all appears. I just talked to old man Potter, and he's guaranteed cash payments at the bank. The bank's gonna reopen next week.
Did you guarantee this place?
Oh, well, no, Charlie, I didn't even ask him. We don't need Potter over here.
I'll take mine now, then.
No, but you're thinking of this place all wrong, as if I have the money back in a safe. The money's not here. The money's in Joe's house, right next to yours, and in the Thompson house, and Mrs. Macklin's house, and in 100 others. Like, you're lending them the money to build, and then they're gonna pay it back to you as best they can. Now what are you gonna do? Foreclose on them?
I've got $242 in here, and $242 isn't going to break anybody.
Okay, Charlie. All right. Here you are. You sign this, and you'll get your money in 60 days.
60 days?
Oh, well, that's what you agreed to when you bought your shares.
Charlie, did you get your money?
No.
Well, I did. Old man Potter will pay 50 cents on the dollar for every share you got.
Well, what do you say, George?
Now, Charlie, you gotta stick to your original agreement. Now, just give us 60 days on this.
Okay, Randall, lead the way.
Are you going to go to Potter's?
Better to get half than nothing.
Charlie, Mrs. Thompson, now wait, now listen to me. I beg of you not to do this. Potter gets a hold of the building alone. There'll never be another decent home built in Bedford Falls. He's already got the bank, he's got the bus lines, he's got the department stores, and now he's after us. Why? Well, it's very simple, because we're cutting in on his business, that's why. But because he wants to keep us living in his slums and paying the kind of rent he decides. Joe, you lived in one of his houses, didn't you? Well, have you forgotten? Have you forgotten what he charged you for that broken down shack? Here, Charlie, you remember last year when things weren't going so well and you couldn't make your payments? You didn't lose your house, did you? Do you think Potter would have let you keep it? Can't you understand what's happening here? Don't you see what's happened? Potter isn't selling, Potter's buying. And why? Because we're panicking and he's not. That's why. He's just picking up some bargains. Now, we can get through this thing all right, but we've got to stick together, though. We got to have faith in each other.
My husband hasn't worked in over a year, and I need money.
I can't feed my kids on faith.
We can't all take a honeymoon right now, George.
Hey, I've got $2,000. Here's $2,000. This will tide us over until the bank reopens. All right. Charlie, how much do you need?
$242.
Oh, no, Charlie, just enough to tide you over until the bank reopens?
I'll take $242.
Okay. There you are.
That'll close my account.
Oh, your account's still here. That's just a loan. All right, Mrs. Thompson, how much do you want?
But it's your own money, George.
Never mind all that. How much do you want?
Could I have a $17.50?
7? Oh, bless your heart. Of course you can have it. Anybody got 50 cents? Oh, now, Joe, what'll it take till the bank reopens? What do you need?
Well, if Mrs. Thompson only needs $17.50, I suppose $20.
$20. Now you're talking. Thanks, Joe.
Oh, we're going to make it, George. They'll never close us today.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, bingo, we made it! Look! We're still in business. We still got $2 left. We're a couple of financial wizards.
These Rockefellers.
Oh, get a tray for these big important simoleons.
We'll save them for seed.
A toast to Papa Dollar and to Mama Dollar. And if you want the old building alone to stay in business, oh, you better have a family real quick.
I wish they were rabbits.
Oh, I wish they were too. Okay, let's put them in the safe and see what happens.
Boy, all this plus your wedding. I can't believe you're still on your feet.
Oh, God. Oh, my wedding. Oh, holy mackerel, I'm married. Oh, where's Mary? Oh, poor Mary. Look, I've got a train to catch. Oh, well, the train's gone. I wonder if Ernie's still here with his taxi cab. Oh, look, will you get my wife on the phone? She's probably over at her mother's.
Well, Mrs. Bailey is on the phone.
Oh, I don't want my mother. I want my wife. Mrs. Bailey. Oh, that is my wife. Here, I'll take it. Mary? Hello? Listen, dear, I'm so sorry, but... What? Come home? What home? 320 Sycamore? Well, whose home is that?
This is the house from when they were kids, where they broke the windows and made wishes.
The very same. The postman, Bert, and his husband, Ernie, had spent all night fixing it up with Mary.
Well, I'll be Mary. Mary, where did you...
Welcome home, Mr. Bailey.
Oh, Mary.
Do you remember that night we broke the windows in this old house? This is what I wished for.
Oh, darling, you're wonderful.
They started their life in that old leaky building. Mary did repairs to make the house a home, while George tackled the building and loan, making homes for the other residents of Bedford Falls.
Martini, you rented a new house?
What do you mean rented, Joe?
On a barman's salary?
I own this house. Me! I own my own house. No more living like pigs in Potter's Field. Me and Maria and the kids and the goat have a home of our own.
Mr. and Mrs. Martini, welcome home.
Bread, that this house may never know hunger. Salt, that life may always have flavor.
And wine, that joy and prosperity may reign forever. Enter the Martini Castle.
And that was the state of things for a few years. People moving from Potter's slums to, well...
Look, Mr. Potter, it's no skin off my nose. I'm just your little rent collector. But you can't laugh off this Bailey Park anymore. Look at it.
Congressman Blatz is here to see you.
Oh, tell the congressman to wait. Go on.
15 years ago, a half-dozen houses stuck here and there. There's the old cemetery, squirrels, buttercups, daisies. Used to hunt rabbits there myself. Look at it today. Dozens of the prettiest little homes you ever saw. 90% owned by suckers who used to pay rent to you. Your Potter's Field, my dear Mr. Employer, is becoming just that, an empty field. And are the local yokels making it with these David and Goliath wisecracks?
Oh, they are they? Even though they know the Baileys haven't made a dime out of it.
You know very well why. The Baileys were all chumps. Every one of these homes is worth twice what it cost the building and loan to build. Now, if I were you, Mr. Potter...
Well, you are not me.
As I say, it's no skin off my nose. But one of these days, this bright young woman is going to be asking George Bailey for a job.
George Bailey is here, sir.
I'll send him in.
And Congressman Blatz?
Tell him I'll get to him. George.
Mr. Potter?
Sit down, sit down. Have a smoke.
Hey, thank you, sir. It's quite a cigar.
Oh, you like it? I'll send you a box.
Well, I suppose I'll find out sooner or later, but just what exactly did you want to see me about?
George, that's just what I like about you so much. George, I'm an old man, and most people hate me. But I don't like them either, so it makes it all even. You know just as well as I do that I run practically everything in this town, but the Bailey building alone. You know also that for a number of years I've been trying to get control of it, or kill it, but I haven't been able to do that. You've been stopping me. In fact, you have beaten me, George, and as anyone in this county can tell you, that takes some doing. Take during the Depression, for instance. You and I were the only ones that kept our heads. You saved the building and loan, and I saved all the rest.
Yes, well, most people say you stole all the rest.
The envious ones say that, George. The suckers. Now, I've stated my side, very frankly. Now, let's look at your side. A young man, 27, 28, married, making, say, 40 a week.
45.
45. Out of which, after supporting your mother and paying your bills, you're able to keep, say, 10, if you skip. A child or two comes along, and you won't even be able to save the 10. Now, if this young man of 28 was a common, ordinary yokel, I'd say he was doing fine. But George Bailey is not a common, ordinary yokel. He's an intelligent, smart, ambitious young man who hates his job, who hates the building and loan almost as much as I do. A young man who's been dying to get out on his own ever since he was a young man. A young man, the smartest one of the crowd, mind you. A young man who has to sit by and watch his friends go places because he's trapped. Yes, sir, trapped into frittering his life away, playing nursemaid to a lot of garlic eaters. Do I paint a correct picture, or do I exaggerate?
What's your point, Mr. Potter?
My point? My point is, I want you to work for me, George.
You want to hire me?
I want you to manage my affairs, run my properties. George, I'll start you out at $20,000 a year.
$20,000 a year?
You wouldn't mind living in the nicest house in town, buying your wife a lot of fine clothes, a couple of business trips a year to New York, maybe once in a while Europe. You wouldn't mind that, would you, George?
Oh, would I? You're not talking to somebody else around here, are you? This is me. You remember me, George Bailey?
Oh, yes, George Bailey, whose ship has just come in, providing he has the brains enough to climb aboard.
Well, what about the building and loan?
Confound it, man. Are you afraid of success? I'm offering you a 3-year contract at $20,000 a year starting today. Is it a deal or isn't it?
Well, Mr. Potter, I know I ought to jump at the chance, but I wonder if it would be possible for you to give me 24 hours to think it over?
Sure. You go home and talk about it with your wife.
I'd like to do that.
In the meantime, I'll draw up the papers.
All right, sir.
Okay, George.
Okay, Mr. Potter. No, wait a minute here. I don't have to talk to anybody. I know right now, and the answer is no. No, doggone it. You sit around here and you spin your little webs and you think the whole world revolves around you and your money. Well, it doesn't, Mr. Potter. In the whole grand scheme of things, I'd say you were nothing but a scurvy little spider, you...
Buffalo gals, can't you come out tonight? Can't you come out tonight? Can't you come out tonight? Hi.
Mary Hatch, why in the world would you ever marry a guy like me?
To keep keep from dying alone.
You could have married Sam Wainwright or anyone else in town.
I didn't want to marry anybody else in town. I want this baby to look like you.
Didn't even have a honeymoon, I promised you. This what?
This baby?
You mean... Mary, you're on a nest?
George Bailey, you've lassoed a stork.
Oh, lassoed a stork. Mary, are we... Oh, we're gonna have a baby.
Now, you've probably already guessed that George never leaves Bedford Falls.
No.
Mary had her baby, a boy they named Peter after George's father. Day after day she hammered and wallpapered and worked to make the Granville house a home.
And night after night, George came back late from the office, tired from fending off Potter.
Then came a war.
Ma Bailey and Mrs. Hatch joined the Red Cross and sewed.
Mary had another baby, Zuzu, but still found time to run the USO.
Sam Wainwright made a fortune in plastic hoods for planes.
And Potter became head of the draft board.
Mr. Gower and Uncle Billy sold war bonds, and Bert the postman, he was wounded in North Africa, got the Silver Star.
Ernie, the taxi driver, parachuted into France, nearly lost his wedding ring in the Seine.
Harry Bailey topped them all. A Navy flyer, he shot down 15 planes. 2 of them as they were about to crash into a transport full of soldiers.
Yes, but George, what did he do in all this mess?
George? 4F, unfit for military service on account of his deafness. George fought the Battle of Bedford Falls.
Air raid warden, paper drives, scrap drives, rubber drives, managing ration points, and weeping with his neighbors on VE Day, and again on VJ Day.
Franklin, show Clarence what happened today.
This morning, day before Christmas, about 10 a.m. Bedford Falls time.
Did you say something, George?
Hey, take a look at this.
Oh. Yep, it's gonna snow again.
Oh, what do you mean it's gonna snow again? Look at the headlines.
I know. President decorates Harry Bailey. I can read just fine, George. It's marvelous.
Congressional Medal of Honor. There's a big parade, a banquet, all for my kid brother. Oh, our mother had lunch with the president's wife just today.
Commander Harry Bailey. Who would have thought?
Oh, what fun! This seems like a celebration.
Oh, it was. The whole Bailey family was gearing up for festivities. That's why Uncle Billy was at the bank, making the building and loan deposit before Christmas.
December 24th, 8,000. Oh, well, good morning, Mr. Potter. Heard the news? Harry Bailey wins Congressional Medal. That couldn't be one of those Bailey boys now, could it? You just can't keep those Baileys down now, can you, Mr. Potter?
How does Slacker George feel about that?
Oh, very jealous, very jealous. He only lost 3 buttons off his vest. Of course, Slacker George would have gotten 2 of those medals if he had gone.
Bad ear.
Yes, not every hero could be in Germany and Japan. Nor every villain, eh, Potter?
Oh, morning, Billy.
Oh, good morning, Petunia.
I guess you forgot something.
What?
Well, aren't you going to make a deposit?
Oh, sure I am.
Well, then it's usually customary to bring the money with you.
Oh, shucks, I know I had it.
Perhaps the string on your forefinger?
Well, Oh, blast it.
And Potter doesn't give the money back, does he?
No, he doesn't.
George!
Oh, Uncle Billy, I'll be right with you. Here, talk to Harry. He's on the telephone.
Oh,
Harry, your nephew, remember? Here, I've got someone in the office.
I'll take it in my office. Hello? Oh, yes, Harry, yes. Oh, everything's fine. $8,000.
Oh, well, good morning, sir.
Carter, bank examiner. One of your board members, Mr. Potter, sent me.
Mr. Carter, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, well, we're all excited around here. My brother just got the Congressional Medal of Honor. The president just decorated him.
Well, I guess they do those things.
Actually, if you wouldn't mind waiting for just a minute, Mr. Carter, I'll be right with you.
I trust you'll make it quick.
I just need to get the money for you, Violet.
If I had any character, I'd...
Oh, it takes a lot of courage to leave your hometown and start all over again. This envelope is from the building alone, and, well, this is,
Oh, no, Georgie, don't.
Oh, come on. You're broke, aren't you?
I know, but...
Well, what do you want to do? Hawk your furs and those glasses? You want to walk to New York? They charge for rent and meals just the same as they do in Bedford Falls.
Yeah, sure. I'm glad I know you, George Bailey.
Say hello to New York for me.
Yeah, sure I will.
Merry Christmas, bye.
Merry Christmas, George.
Well, I trust you had a good year.
Good year? Well, between you and me, Mr. Carter, we're broke.
Yeah, very funny.
Well, let's come right in here, Mr. Carter.
Now, if you'll cooperate, I'd like to finish with you by tonight. I want to spend Christmas in Elmira with my family instead of making last-minute financial audits.
Oh, I don't blame you at all, Mr. Carter. Just step right in here, just make yourself at home, and I'll go get those books for you. Uncle Billy, what's going on? The bank examiner's
He's
here?
here?
Yeah, he wants the accounts payable. What's the matter with you?
I went to the bank to make our holiday deposit, all 8,000 of it. I had it, and then when I got to the teller, I didn't. I should have my head examined. It's got to be somewhere.
$8,000? Did you buy anything?
Nothing, not even a stick of gum.
All right. Now we'll go over every step you took since you left the office.
Okay, this way.
They checked the sidewalks, the bank, the trash cans, the alleyways, under cars, and even tore apart the inside of Billy's house.
Did you put the envelope in your pocket or something?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe? I don't want any maybe. Uncle Billy, we've got to find that money.
I'm no good to you, George.
Okay, listen to me. Do you have any secret hiding place in your house? Someplace you might have put it, or someplace to hide the money?
I've been over the whole house.
Just listen to me. Just think.
I can't think anymore, George. I can't think anymore. It hurts.
Oh, where's the money, you silly, stupid old fool? Where's the money? Do you realize what this means? It means bankruptcy and scandal. It means prison. That's what it means. One of us is gonna go to jail. Well, it's not gonna be me.
Hello, darling.
Hello, Dad.
How do you like it? Bless you. Did you bring the wreath?
Did you bring the Christmas wreath?
What wreath?
The Merry Christmas wreath for the window.
No, I left it at the office.
Is it snowing?
Yeah, it's just started.
Well, where's your coat and hat?
Left them at the office.
What's the matter?
Nothing's the matter. Everything's all right.
Go on, Peter. You can keep practicing. Isn't it wonderful about Harry? We're famous, George. I'll bet I had 50 calls today about the parade, the banquet. Your mother is so excited.
Oh, must he keep playing that?
I have to practice for the party tonight, Dad. Mom says we can stay up till midnight and sing Christmas carols.
Hurry up and get ready. The families will be here soon.
Oh, the families? I don't want the families over here.
Well, not when I haven't finished dinner yet. Did you have a hectic day?
Oh, another big red letter day for the Baileys.
Dad, the Browns next door have a new car. You should see it.
Well, what's the matter with our car? Isn't it good enough for you?
Yes, Dad.
All right, darling. Now go upstairs and see what little Zuzu wants.
Zuzu? What's the matter with Zuzu?
Oh, she's got a cold. She's in bed. She caught it coming home from school. They gave her a flower for a prize, and she didn't want to crush it, so she didn't button up her coat.
Well, what is it, a sore throat or what?
It's just a cold. The doctor says it's nothing serious.
The doctor? Was the doctor here?
Yes, I called him right away. He says it's nothing to worry about.
Is she running a temperature? What is it?
Just a teensy one. 99.6. She'll be all right.
Gosh, it's this old house. I don't know why we all don't have pneumonia. This drafty old barn. We might as well be living in a refrigerator. Why do we have to live here in the first place and stay around this measly, crummy old town?
George, what's wrong?
Oh, wrong? Everything's wrong. You call this a happy family? Why do we have to have all these kids?
Dad, when are the Franklins coming over?
Oh, I don't know. Ask your mother.
Where are you going?
I'm going up to see Zuzu.
Did I do something to make him mad?
Oh, no, darling. You didn't do anything wrong.
Hi, Daddy!
Oh, well, what happened to you?
I won a flower!
Oh, wait now. Where do you think you're going?
I want to give my flower a drink.
All right. Here, give Dad the flower and I'll give it a drink. Hold on.
Oh, no! It dropped its petals! Paste it, Daddy!
Oh, yeah. All right, now I'll just paste this together. Hold on. There it is. Good as new.
Give the flower a drink.
Okay. Now, will you do something for me?
What?
Will you try and get some sleep?
I'm not sleepy. I want to look at my flower.
I know, but if you just go to sleep and then you can dream about it and it'll be a whole garden.
It will?
Uh-huh. Let me tuck you in now. Sweet dreams, Zuzu.
Telephone!
I'll get it. Hello? Oh, yes, this is Mrs. Bailey. Oh, thank you, Mrs. Welch. I'm sure she'll be all right. The doctor says she ought to be out of bed in time to have her Christmas dinner.
Is that Zuzu's teacher?
Yes.
I want to speak to her. Hello, Mrs. Welch? This is George Bailey. I'm Zuzu's father. Say, what kind of teacher are you anyway? What do you mean sending her home like that half naked? Do you realize she'll probably end up with pneumonia on account of you?
George.
Is this the sort of thing we pay taxes for? To have teachers like you, silly, stupid people who send our kids home without any clothes on? Maybe my kids aren't the best dressed kids. Maybe they don't have any decent clothes, but...
George, stop. Hello, Mrs. Welch. I want to apologize. Hello? She's hung up.
Yeah, I'll hang her up.
Now, who do you think you are?
Wait a minute. Hello? Who is this? Oh, Mr. Welch? Okay, that's fine, Mr. Welch. Gives me a chance to tell you what I really think of your wife.
George!
Will you get off the line and let me handle this? Hello? Hello, what? Oh, you will, huh? Okay, Mr. Welch. Anytime you think you're man enough. Hello?
Is that who made you mad, Dad?
You want to know why I'm mad? Your sister's cried herself sick over some damn flower, and you haven't learned that silly tune yet. You played it over and over and over again. Now stop it. Just stop it. I'm sorry, Mary. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Now you go on and practice, Peter. I owe you an apology too. I'm sorry. This isn't your fault.
I'm sorry, Dad.
No, what's the matter with everyone? Peter, go on. I told you to practice. Now go on, play.
But I don't...
George, why must you torture the children? Why don't you just...
Mary.
Bedford, 247, please.
Is Dad in trouble? Should we pray for him?
Yes, Peter, pray very hard.
Zuzu too?
Yes, Zuzu too. Hello, Uncle Billy?
I'm in trouble, Mr. Potter. I need help. There some sort of accident. My company's short on their accounts, and the bank examiner's up there today, and I've got to raise $8,000 immediately.
Oh, so that's what the reporters wanted to talk to you about.
The reporters?
Yes, they called me up from your building and loan. Oh, there's a man over there from the DA's office, too. He's looking for you.
Please help me, Mr. Potter. Help me, won't you, please? Can't you see what this means to my family? I'll pay you any sort of bonus on the loan, any interest. You know, if you still want the building and loan, why
George, could it possibly be that there's a slight discrepancy in the books?
No, sir, there's nothing wrong with the books. I just misplaced $8,000. I can't find it anywhere.
You misplaced $8,000.
Yes, sir.
Have you notified the police?
No, sir. I don't want the publicity. Harry's homecoming's tomorrow, and...
Yeah, they're going to believe that one. What have you been doing, George? Playing the market with the company's money?
No, sir, I haven't.
What is it? A woman, then? You know it's all over town that you've been giving money to Violet Bick.
What?
Not that it makes any difference to me, but why'd you come to me? Why didn't you go to Sam Wainwright and ask him for the money?
Can't get a hold of him. He's in Europe.
Well, what about all your other friends?
They don't have that kind of money, Mr. Potter. You know that. You're the only one in town that can help me.
I see. I've suddenly become quite important. What kind of security would I have, George? Have you got any stocks?
No, sir.
Bonds, real estate, collateral of any kind.
I have some life insurance, a $15,000 policy.
Yes, and how much is your equity in it?
$500.
Look at you. You used to be so cocky. You were going to go out and conquer the world. You once called me a warped, frustrated old man. What are you but a warped, frustrated young man? A miserable little clerk crawling in here on your hands and knees begging for help. No securities, no stocks, no bonds, nothing but a miserable little $500 equity in a life insurance policy. You're worth more dead than alive. Why don't you go to the riffraff you love so much and ask them to let you have $8,000? You know why? Because they'd run you out of town on a rail. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do for you, George. Since the state examiner is still here as a stockholder of the building and loan, I'm going to swear out a warrant for your arrest. Misappropriation of funds, manipulation, malfeasance. All right, George, run away. You can't hide in a little town like this. Sheriff Banner, this is Potter.
God, what am I gonna do? Oh, please, I need... Somebody's up there and looking out for us, and you can hear me. Show me the way. Please, I'm at the end of my rope. Just show me the way.
Are you all right, George? You want someone to take you home?
Why do you drink so much, my friend? Please go home, Mr. Bailey. This is Christmas Eve. Nick, let's get this man home.
Bailey? Which Bailey?
This is Mr. George Bailey.
Hey! And the next time you talk to my wife like that, you'll get worse. She cried for an hour. It isn't enough she works teaching her stupid kids how to read and write, and you have to bawl her out.
Mr. Martini.
You get out of here, Mr. Welch.
Now wait, I want to pay for my drink.
Oh, never mind the money. You get out of here, quick.
All right.
You hit my best friend. Get out.
Are you all right, George?
God, who was that?
He's gone. Don't worry. His name is Welch. He won't be coming into my place anymore.
God, Welch, the teacher. That's what I get for asking for help.
The last time he comes in here. You hear that, Nick?
Yes, you bet.
Where's my insurance policy? Oh, good, okay.
No, please don't go like this, Mr. Bailey.
George, just stay for a minute.
I'm all right.
Oh, no, you don't feel so good.
I'm all right.
Please don't go away.
God, snow and trees and hitting trees with my car.
What do you think you're doing? My great-grandfather planted this tree. Hey, you come back here, you drunken fool. Get this car out of here.
Hey, what's the matter with you? Look where you're going.
Clarence.
Now, sir?
Now, Clarence.
Help! Someone in the water.
Hold on!
Oh, bring him in here. That's a good man.
Sorry, I didn't have time to get some stylish underwear. My wife gave me this on my last birthday. I passed away in it.
She, give you the book, too?
Oh, no. Tom Sawyer I got for myself. Seems to be drying out, too. You should read the new book Mark Twain's writing now.
Writing from his grave, maybe. How'd you happen to fall in?
Oh, I didn't fall in. I jumped in to save George.
You what? To save me?
Well, I did, didn't I? You didn't go through with it, did you?
Go through with what?
Suicide.
It's against the law to commit suicide around here.
Yes, it's frowned upon where I come from, too.
Where do you come from?
Heaven.
Sure, kid.
I had to act quickly. That's why I jumped in. I knew if I were drowning, you'd try to save me. And you see, you did. And that's how I saved you.
Very, very funny.
Your lip's bleeding, George.
Yeah, I got a bust in the jaws in answer to a plea a little bit ago.
Oh, no. I'm the answer, George. That's why I was sent down here.
How do you know my name?
Oh, I know all about you. I've watched you grow up from a little boy.
What are you, a mind reader or something?
Oh, no.
Well, who are you then?
Oh, Clarence Oddbody, AS2.
Oddbody, AS2. What's AS2?
Angel, second class.
Oh, brother, I wonder what Martini put in those drinks. What's with you? What did you say a minute ago? Why you wanted to save me?
That's what I was sent down for. I'm your guardian angel.
I wouldn't be the least bit surprised.
Ridiculous of you to think of killing yourself for money. $8,000?
Yeah, just things like that, I guess. Now, how did you know that?
I told you. I'm your guardian angel. I know everything about you.
Well, you look about the kind of angel I'd get. You don't even have any wings.
Oh, I haven't won my wings yet. That's why I'm an angel second class.
Well, I don't know whether I'd like it very much being seen around an angel without any wings.
Oh, I've got to earn them, and you'll help me, won't you?
Sure. How?
By letting me help you.
Only one way you can help me. Happen to have $8,000 on you?
Oh, no. Angels don't use money.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting. Comes in pretty handy down here.
Oh.
Ran out a little late, actually. I'm worth more dead than alive.
Now look, you mustn't talk like that. I won't get my wings with that attitude. You just don't know all that you've done. If it hadn't been for you...
Yeah, if it hadn't been for me, everyone would be a lot better off. My wife, my kids, even my friends. Look, little fellow, go off and bother someone else, won't you?
No, you don't understand. I've got my job.
Oh, just shut up, will you?
This isn't going to be so easy. So, you still think killing yourself would make everyone feel happier, eh?
Oh, I don't know. I guess you're right. Suppose it would have been better if I'd never been born at all.
What did you say?
Said I wish I'd never been born.
You mustn't say things like that. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's an idea. Yeah? I think that'll do it. All right. You've got your wish. You've never been born. You don't have to make all that fuss about it.
What did you say?
You've never been born. You don't exist. You haven't a care in the world. No worries, no obligations, no $8,000 to get, no Potter sending the sheriff out looking for you.
Say something else in that ear.
Sure. You can hear out of it.
Well, that's the doggondest thing. I haven't heard anything out of this ear since I was a kid. Must have been that jump in the cold water.
Your lips stopped bleeding too, George.
Oh, well, what do you know about that? Well, it stopped snowing out, hasn't it? What's happened here? Come on, as soon as our clothes are dry.
Our clothes are dry.
What do you know about that? Stove must be hotter than I thought. Now, come on, get your clothes on. We'll stroll up to my car and... Oh, I'm sorry. I'll stroll and you'll fly.
I can't fly. I haven't got any wings.
Oh, you haven't got your wings. Yeah, that's right. Now, where's my car? This is where I left my car, isn't it?
You have no car.
Well, I had a car, and it was right here. I suppose somebody moved it, Oh, hey, ma'am?
Good evening.
Where's my car?
I beg your pardon?
Well, my car. I'm the fellow that owns the car that ran into your tree.
What tree?
What do you mean, what tree? This tree right here. I ran into it.
You must mean some other tree. You had me worried. This is one of the oldest trees in Pottersville.
Pottersville? You mean Bedford Falls?
I mean Pottersville. Don't you think I know where I live? What's the matter with you?
Oh, I don't know. Either I'm off my rocker or she is, or you are.
It isn't me.
Oh, well, maybe I left my car up at Martini's. Come on then, Clarice.
Clarence.
Oh, Clarence. All right, that's all right. Go on in. Martini's a good friend of mine now. Oh, hello, Nick. Where's Martini?
You want a martini?
No. Martini, your boss. Where is he?
Look, I'm the boss. You want a drink or don't you?
Okay, all right. Double bourbon. Quick, huh?
Okay. What's yours?
I was just thinking. It's been so long since I...
Look, mister, I'm standing here waiting for you to make up your mind.
That's a good man. I was just thinking of a flaming rum punch. Oh, no. It's not cold enough for that. Not nearly cold enough. Wait a minute. I've got it. Mulled wine, heavy on the cinnamon, and light on the cloves. Off with you, me lad, and be lively.
Hey, look, mister, we serve hard drinks here for men who want to get drunk fast. And we don't need any characters around to give the joint atmosphere. Is that clear? Or do I need to slip you my left for a convincer?
What's he talking about?
Nick, just give him the same as mine. He's okay.
Okay.
What's the matter with him? I've never seen Nick act like that before.
You'll see a lot of strange things from now on.
Oh, yeah. Hey, little fella, you worry me. Have you got some place to sleep?
No.
You don't, huh? Well, have you got any money?
No.
God, no wonder you jumped into that river.
I jumped in the river to save you so I could get my wings.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, somebody's just made it.
Made what?
Every time you hear a bell ring, it means that some angel's just got his wings.
Look, I think maybe you better not mention getting your wings around here.
Why? Don't they believe in angels?
Yeah, but, you know...
They'd be surprised when they see one.
Nick, he never grew up. He's... How old are you again, Clarence?
293, next May.
That does it. Out you two wingdings go. Through the door, out the window.
Look, Nick, what's wrong?
And that's another thing. Where do you come off calling me Nick?
Well, Nick, that's your name, isn't it?
What's that got to do with it? I've never met you before in my life. Oh, I know you, though. Hey, you rummy, come here.
Oh, Mr. Gower! Mr. Gower!
Didn't I tell you to never come panhandling around here, huh?
Mr. Gower, this is George Bailey. Don't you know me?
No. No!
Hey, Hey, Nick, isn't this Mr. Gower, the druggist?
You know, that's another reason for me not to like you. That rumhead spent 20 years in jail for poisoning a kid. If you know him, you must be a jailbird yourself. Now the three of you get out of my bar before I throw you out. Hey, get me. I'm giving out wings.
You see, George, you were not there to stop Gower from putting that poison into the
What do you mean I wasn't there? I remember distinctly. Look, who are you?
I told you, George. I'm your guardian angel.
Yeah, I know that. You told me that. What else are you? Are you a hypnotist?
No, of course not.
Well, then why am I seeing all these strange things?
Don't you understand, George? It's because you were not born.
Well, then if I wasn't born, who am I?
You're nobody. You have no identity.
What do you mean, no identity? My name's George Bailey.
There is no George Bailey. You have no papers, no cards, no driver's license, no 4F card from the military, no insurance policy. And you won't find Zuzu's flower petals in your pocket. You've been given a great gift, George. A chance to see what the world would be like without you.
No, wait a minute here. This has got to be some sort of funny dream I'm having here. So long, mister. I'm going home.
Home? What home?
Oh, now shut up. Just cut it out. You're crazy. That's what I think. You're screwy. You're driving me crazy, too. I'm seeing things. I'm going home to see my wife and family. Do you understand that? And I'm going home alone.
How am I doing, Joseph? No, I didn't have a drink.
How am I even going to get home? I don't... Oh, a taxi. Hey, Ernie. Oh, God, nice. Ernie, take me home. I'm losing it.
Where do you live?
Oh, now, doggone it, Ernie. Don't you start pulling that stuff. You know where I live. 320 Sycamore. Now, hurry up.
Okay. 320 Sycamore?
Yeah, hurry up. Zuzu's sick.
All right.
Hey, do you know where the building and loan moved to?
The building and what?
The Bailey building and loan. It was back there, but...
They went out of business years ago.
And that's... Well, that's Violet Bick. Why is Violet getting arrested? She's supposed to be on her way to New York.
Same reason that tart got arrested last week. And the week before that. Not surprised an out-of-towner like you already knows her.
Look, Ernie, straighten me out here. I've had some bad liquor or something. Now listen to me now. Now you're Ernie Bishop, and you live in Bailey Park with Bert and your kid? That's right, isn't it?
You've seen my husband?
Well, seen your husband? I've been to your house 100 times.
Look, bud, what's the idea? I live in a shack in Potter's Field, and Bert ran away 3 years ago and took our kid. And I ain't never seen you before in my life.
Okay, just step on it. Just get me home.
Is this the place?
Well, of course it's the place.
Well, this house ain't been lived in for over 30 years.
Mary? Peter? Zuzu? Where are you?
They're not here, George. You have no children.
Where are you? What have you done with them?
Be careful, officer.
Who is that?
All right, put your hands up. Not so fast. Come on out here slowly.
Be careful.
Sir, Ernie, what's the matter with you? You were here on my wedding night. You and Bert stood out there on the porch and sung to us. Don't you remember?
Think I'd better be going.
Look now, why don't you be a good kid and we'll get you to a doctor. Everything's going to be all right.
Hey, now listen to me. Ernie, will you take me over to my mother's house? Now listen, there was this fellow, he said he was an angel, and he tried to hypnotize me, and...
All right, that's enough.
Run, George! Run, George!
Well?
Mother,
What do you want?
Mother, this is George. Thought for sure you'd remember me.
George who? If you're looking for a room, there's no vacancy.
Oh, Mother, please help me. Something terrible's happened to me. I don't know what it is. Please, something's happened to everybody. Please just let me come in. Just keep me here till I get over it.
Get over what? I don't take in strangers unless they're sent here by somebody I know.
Oh, well, I know everyone you know. Your brother-in-law, Uncle Billy.
You know him?
Well, sure I do.
Where'd you see him last?
Well, today over at the house.
That's a lie. He's been in the insane asylum ever since he lost his business. And if you ask me, that's where you belong.
Strange, isn't it? Each man's life touches so many other lives, and when he isn't around, he leaves an awful hole, doesn't he?
I've heard of things like this. You've got me in some kind of spell or something. No. Well, I'm gonna get out of it. I'll get out of it. I know how too. The last man I talked to before all this stuff started happening was Martini.
You know where he lives?
I know where he lives. He lives in Bailey Park.
Bailey Park is still a cemetery, George.
But there should be houses.
You weren't here to build them.
My brother Harry's coming home tonight.
Your brother, Harry Bailey, fell through the ice and was drowned at the age of 9.
That's a lie! Harry Bailey went to war! He got the Congressional Medal of Honor, and he saved the lives of every man on an army transport!
Every man on that transport died! Harry wasn't there to save them because you weren't there to save Harry. You see, George, you had a really wonderful life. Don't you see what a mistake it would be to throw it away?
Clarence?
Yes, George?
Where's Mary?
Oh, well, I can't.
I don't know how you know these things, but tell me, where is she?
If
you know where she is, tell me where my wife is.
I'm not supposed to tell.
Please, Clarence, tell me where my wife is.
You're not going to like it, George.
Where is she?
She's alone. She never married.
Where's Mary? Where is she? Where is she?
She's just about to close up the library. There must be some easier way for me to get my wings.
Mary!
Do I know you?
Well, of course you know me, Mary. I'm your husband. It's George.
I don't have a husband.
Don't you know me? We live at 320 Sycamore in Bedford Falls, and we have two beautiful children. Mary, what happened to us?
I live on Reed Street in Pottersville, and I have no children. You must have me confused.
Mary, please, that's your mother's house, Mary. Oh, please don't do this to me. Please, Mary, help me. Where's our kids? I need you, Mary. Help me, Mary.
Help! Somebody help me!
Oh, Mary, don't run away.
Somebody call the police.
That man, stop him.
Hit him with a bottle.
He needs a straitjacket.
No, please, that's my wife.
Help!
Oh, Mary! Clarence, where are you? Clarence! Oh, help me, Clarence. Get me back. I don't care what happens to me. Only get me back to my wife and my kids and my friends and my family. Oh, help me, Clarence. Please. I want to live again. I want to live again. Please, just let me live again.
Hey, George, you all right?
Oh, what?
What the Sam Hill are you yelling for, George?
Don't. George? Bert? Ernie, you know me?
No, are you kidding? We've been looking all over town trying to find you. I saw your car piled into that tree down there, and I thought maybe. Oh, hey, your mouth's bleeding. Ernie, get him a tissue. Are you sure you're all right?
What? Oh, my mouth's bleeding, Bert, my mouth's bleeding. Zuzu's paddles, Zuzu, they're here, Bert. Oh, what do you know about that? Oh, Merry Christmas!
We need to get you home, George.
Oh, yes, Mary, I need to see Mary.
Let's go.
George, you'll catch a chill with the window down like that.
Oh, well, that hardly matters. Oh, hello, Bedford Falls. Merry Christmas. Oh, Merry Christmas, Martinis. Merry Christmas, you wonderful building and loan. Oh, Merry Christmas, Mr. Potter.
Happy New Year to you. In jail.
Mary! Oh, well, hello, Mr. Bank Examiner.
Mr. Bailey, there's a deficit.
I know, $8,000.
And the sheriff came around with some sort of paper?
I bet that's a warrant for my arrest. Isn't it wonderful? Oh, Merry Christmas! Where's Mary? Mary! Oh, look at this drafty old house. Oh, Mary! Have you seen my wife?
Merry Christmas, Dad.
Oh, Peter, I could eat you up. Where's your mother?
She went looking for you with Uncle Billy.
Daddy!
Oh, Zuzu, my little ginger snap. How do you feel?
Fine.
And not a smidge of temperature.
Oh, and not a smidge of temperature.
Mom's home.
Mommy!
Oh, Mary!
George, darling, where have you been? Oh, George.
Oh, Mary, oh, you're real.
Oh, George.
Oh, you have no idea what's happened to me.
You have no idea what happened. Oh, well, come on, George, come quickly. Oh, they're all on their way.
Who's on their way?
Come on in here now. Now you stand right over here by the tree. Right there. And don't move. George, it's a miracle. A miracle. Oh, come on in, Uncle Billy. In here, everybody.
Isn't it wonderful? Mary did it, George. Mary did it. She told a few people you were in trouble, and they scattered all over town collecting money. They didn't ask any questions, just said, if George is in trouble, count on me. You never saw anything like it.
Mr. Gower.
I made the rounds of my charge accounts.
Here you are, George. Merry Christmas.
What is this, George? Another run on the bank?
I wouldn't have a roof over my head if it weren't for you, George. So here, $242.
Oh, Violet Bick!
I'm not going to go, George. I changed my mind. Have a Merry Christmas, Georgie.
The line forms on the right, everyone. Oh, Mr. Martini, Merry Christmas. Step right up here.
I have busted the jukebox, too.
Just a minute. Quiet, everybody. Quiet. Quiet. Now, this is from London. Mr. Gower, cables you need cash. Stop. My office instructed to advance you up to $25,000. Stop. Hee-haw and Merry Christmas. Sam Wainwright.
And now for everyone, some wine.
Hello, George. How are you?
Harry. Oh, Harry.
Mary, looks like I got here too late.
You flew all the way up here in a blizzard?
Oh, Harry, what about your banquet in New York?
Oh, I left right in the middle of it as soon as I got Mary's telegram. Hey, everyone. Grab a glass. A toast to my big brother George, the richest man in town.
What's that book on the pile?
It's addressed to you, George. Tom Sawyer.
Well, what does it say?
Dear George, remember no man is a failure who has friends. Thanks for the wings. Love, Clarence. Who's that?
Very dear friend of mine.
Look, Daddy. Teacher says every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
Well, yeah, that's right. Attaboy, Clarence.